for the might of doom. Boom, baby. Finally got this sucker in. I've actually had this for a minute, but I've been kind of waiting to do this unboxing until I felt nice, energetic, ready to go, and able to go ahead and do this unboxing fully. I had a couple busy things I had to do this weekend a little bit, so I wanted to go ahead and get this going with all the energy and ability that I can. So we have the Marvel Legends series Doctor Doom helmet. I have been very, very excited about getting this helmet. I believe I actually made a couple posts. I can't remember if it was only on TikTok or if it was a couple on YouTube as well about this coming out, and that I was wanting to get this so bad. I had actually pre-ordered it, and I told you guys I was going to be making an unboxing and a review for this when this came out, and well, here it is. I have this Doctor Doom helmet. It is the premium roleplay helmet, and I am very, very excited to finally have this in my collection. I cannot wait to use it for Comic Expo. Me and my wife go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo every single year. And I am planning on being God Emperor Doom, so this helmet very much helps. I was super excited to hear that this was coming out, so that I can fully have a really, really good Doctor Doom helmet for that costume. I was worried I would have to go buy like a 3D printed one, maybe sand it down, paint it, all that other junk, and have it the way I want it. But then this came out, and this looks exactly how I wanted my Doctor Doom helmet to look. So I am very, very excited that this is finally here. Let's go ahead and get straight into this unboxing.
You offer me a gift. Me, you forget I was a god as well. The Infinity Gauntlet gave me that power. And when I was a god, I did not use those powers as a mortal would, as you have, saving what you can. No, I wielded them as a god should, in judgment of all living things. You are a weak god, a pretender. It is you who should bow before me.
And do you have an Infinity Gauntlet now?
I do not. Yet I remain Thanos, the great tyrant. And for you, that will be enough.
That appears untrue.
Gods. There are no gods. There is only doom.
Boom, and here you guys have it. Here is the Marvel Legends series Doctor Doom helmet. Very, very cool. I wanted to show you guys the box before I actually get it completely out. You've got the top, you've got the side there, you've got this other side right here as well, so you can kind of see a little bit more of the face up close. You come to the back of the box here, and it kind of shows you how it will be displayed. A little bit of how it looks with the hood. You've got it without the hood right there on the display, and then another one with it having the hood as well, letting you know that it includes a stand and a hood. And then that's about pretty much it on the box. There's not much else to it. Let's go ahead and cut over to it outside of the box. And boom, there he is, straight out of the box. We have the Doctor Doom helmet from Marvel Legends. This is a really, really cool helmet, already having it out of the box. Let me move this camera back a little bit so you can see it a little better. We have the actual stand for the helmet with the D insignia for Doctor Doom, obviously. It has a lot of cool little like feathery, like plant-like designs here in gold around it, kind of giving it that like old castle, medieval Latvian style to it, which I really, really like. That is about all the detail that is on this Doom helmet stand, which is very unfortunate. The rest of it is kind of a basic black, cheap plastic for the most part. You can kind of hear it. It's just a very cheap plastic, nothing really to the stand at all. It just kind of holds the helmet up. But it is a really, really nice touch that they actually painted this gold. I actually have a Marvel Legends Magneto helmet from X-Men 97, I believe. I have that helmet, and it has the same type of a stand, but there is nothing painted on it, and it just says Magneto in black. There is nothing special about the stand at all. I actually kind of hate the stand in a way because of how plain and simple it is. I found it to be kind of lazy. They could have made the Magneto, like the actual title of it, in like red or purple. They could have done something similar to this, how they made the D insignia kind of gold. Moving on from the actual stand itself, we have the hood here that's over the actual helmet, which is kind of a tent-like material. If you've ever went camping and you've slept in a tent, it has about the same type of material that a tent would have. It is a very, very big hood. It is a very big piece of fabric. So it will cover your neck, your complete head, and a little bit of your shoulders as well when you go ahead and put it on. Then we have the actual Doom helmet itself, which, as you can see here, looks absolutely great. It looks super menacing. I love the way it looks with the hood on the actual stand. This is the way that I will be displaying it in my collection on top of my shelf with all the other figures and everything else that I do unboxings and reviews for that you guys see. This will be sitting at the very tip top with my Mezco Toys 112 Collective Dr. Doom that I have that is made out of real steel. I can't wait to set my Doom figure right next to it and have it up there with my collection. So, moving on from that, let's go ahead and take the hood off. A little thing to know about the hood, which is very, very interesting. If you want the hood to kind of be more stable and stay onto the helmet itself has little slots here on the top and on the back of the helmet. And it actually has little plastic clips underneath, if I can get to it, little black plastic clips that have little stoppers here that you can kind of push in through the inside of the helmet. And you can stick those clips down into the top and the back of the Dr. Doom helmet. And it will actually keep the hood nice and tight and stuck onto the helmet. You will not have to worry about it falling off, anybody going and messing with it and it pulling off. It will actually stick very, very well to the helmet. I did not stick it into the helmet because I did not want to have to sit here during the unboxing and review struggling to mess with it. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that that is an option for the hood. If you are going to have it up and maybe people are going to go mess with it, if you don't want the hood getting too messed up, you can always go ahead and clip that in, and that should really help it. Here is the helmet stand without the actual helmet or the hood on. As you can see, like I said, it is kind of cheap plastic. You can kind of hear it. Everything about it, there's nothing crazy to it. It's about the same as all the other helmet stands are for the Marvel Legends series. The only thing that's different is the actual Doom insignia right there. But for the most part, it looks very, very similar to the Magneto one that I have. It is 4 parts in total that you put together. You have the top part that pops off here, and then you have the 2 other parts, this part here, and then the actual part that goes on the base. It's got those little slots there, and you got to match those up with the little slits that it has in the plastic, and then you'll be able to slide each one of these down, as you see me do. Good way to do it is kind of to twist it until you find that little slot. Perfect, just like that. And then you can go ahead and stick that on top, and there is the actual stand for it. And then you have the actual helmet right here. Very, very cool helmet, as you guys can see. Go ahead and give you guys kind of a 360 of how it looks. It's got a bunch of cool Latvian designs right here, kind of like flowery and leafy designs all the way around the actual earpiece right there. You have the multiple bolts that are holding the actual helmet together. You kind of have some more of those flowery kind of elegant designs going along the rim of the back of the helmet. And then once you come back around, you can actually see right here, there's a couple leafy and flowery kind of designs right there as well, kind of next to the springs inside of the mask. Kind of going this way, there's tiny little designs all over this thing. Another little thing that you could probably see on this actual helmet is there is kind of a grid plastic see-through material for the mouth on the inside. That way you're able to actually talk through it. It's got a little slit right here. So you'll be able to breathe through it, talk through it, And it'll also kind of cover your mouth up. That way you're not showing too much of your face, kind of like Dr. Doom does. You'll only be able to see kind of your teeth and stuff when you're talking, which is exactly how it is in the shows and the comics and the movies, things of that nature. The only parts in which you'll be able to see, just like in the comics and everything else, like I said, is the actual eyes, which I think is really, really cool. It's kind of shown right there on the box if you wanted to better look at it. That's kind of how it would look when you've got the mask on. You'll be able to see the eyes and some of the skin and eyebrows around it, which I think is very, very cool. You can see some battle damage from all the different battles and wars and things that Dr. Doom has been in. You've got a little bit of, kind of looks like an electrical scratch right there, which could be from a character like Thor. You've got these 3 scratch marks here that could be from any type of damage, whether it be Captain America's shield or him getting punched by the Hulk. There's so many different little blemishes and scratches and dents and marks all over this helmet, which kind of shows you just how much damage and battle that Dr. Doom has been in with this helmet. It is a very, very cool helmet. I love all the designs and the attention to detail on the actual mask. A very big contrast compared to something like the stand that it comes with. Anyways, moving on onto the inside of the helmet, I tried to look around to see if there was any Easter eggs. If you guys have ever gotten a Marvel Legends series helmet from Hasbro, you would know sometimes on the inside of these masks, they will actually have little Easter eggs from the characters. For example, if you guys saw my unboxing and review of the Green Goblin helmet from the No Way Home movie, you would see that there is an Oscorp Industries written on the inside of the Green Goblin helmet, which obviously refers to Norman Osborn, the person that is inside the Green Goblin mask, which I think is a very, very cool little addition. They didn't have to put it in there because when you're wearing the mask or displaying it, nobody gets to see that, but they did it anyways, which I thought is really cool. I went ahead and checked around on the inside of this mask for a long time, and I could not find anything that went along with Latveria, Dr. Doom, anything of that nature. No mystical kind of stuff on the inside, no magical spells, nothing. Which is kind of a bummer considering, like I said, they've done it before with other characters and other helmets, but it is what it is. As you can see here, it has some plastic leathery pieces that is supposed to imitate brown leather. That kind of cradles your head. There's one on the back here that holds the back of your head, kind of like a belt. And then you have this part here, which holds the very top of your head and kind of keeps it nice and cushioned on the inside. That way your head's not moving around too much inside the helmet, and the helmet's just shaking any other way when you're moving your head, which is really, really good. All in all, that is pretty much the mask. As you guys got to see, this is kind of how it sets on the actual stand. You can have it like this, kind of hiding most of the stand if you don't like how cheap the stand is. If you don't care for the insignia, you can always cover it up kind of like this. You can also have it kind of set up to where the Doom mask is holding onto the very top of the base there. That way you are not covering up the insignia, and you can kind of have the Doom mask covering above it just like that. Or if you get it real nice and perfect, you can actually balance this mask out just like that. And that way it is kind of perfectly holding right there in the middle, and you don't have to worry too much about it moving, which I think is really, really cool, just like that. You can also have the Doom mask kind of moving up. That way, if you put it on the bottom shelf of your collection, whether you have a bookshelf or whatever else it is, you can always have the mask kind of set up. You have to get it nice and perfect, though, which is the problem I'm having right now. You got to kind of fidget with it a little bit, so bear with me here. But there you go. You can also have the Doom mask kind of sitting up, looking straight up. That way people are able to see it, even though it is on the bottom of your bookshelf or wherever you have it. You don't have to worry about people not being able to see the Doom mask too much. You can have it sit up just like this. So with it having this on the top of the stand, kind of this claw here, you are able to kind of fidget around with the inside leather belts there and kind of position it in a way that you need it to look for your display. Really, really cool all in all. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the mask actually on me. I'm going to take a couple pictures to show you how it looks on a person. And I'm actually going to show you a couple pictures of what I have so far for my God Emperor Doom costume. I have been getting it ready and together slowly over the past couple months for the Comic Expo in Cincinnati. I am super excited to go to the Comic Expo in Cincinnati and to be dressed up as one of the most badass and coolest Marvel characters in Marvel Comics, in my opinion, which is the God Emperor Doom. Super, super excited about that. I love Secret Wars, and I am super excited for the Doomsday movie that is coming out for the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I cannot wait to see how Robert Downey Jr. plays as Doctor Doom and what he kind of does with that character. So let's go ahead and move over to that costume, to the helmet, and how it looks on a person.
Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Femstat cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press. Let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF? You silly. I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do. That's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back. Came in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone. Turn H2O to cognac on Doomsday.
And yeah, guys, there's all the pictures of me with the mask on. Also, you got to see a little sneak peek of my costume that I will be wearing for the Cincinnati Comic Expo in 2025 this year. Super excited about that. I will be going that Saturday. If you guys happen to see a God Emperor Doom walking around, that is probably me. I would be perfectly happy taking pictures with you guys and everything else like that. It will be very, very cool. I hope to see you guys there. That is going to be a very, very exciting time. I try to go every year and try to dress up in something super crazy and super cool. And I really, really love this helmet. I'm glad to have this helmet in my collection. It was amazing. If I was to rate this helmet out of 10, I'm going to give this helmet a 10 out of 10. This helmet is amazing. It is one amazing piece, one amazing collectible, and I am so glad to have it in my Marvel Legends collection. If you guys enjoyed my unboxing and review of this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought about this, and let me know what you all thought about my costume. There's still a whole lot more that I have to get. I've got to get Dr. Doom's belt, and I've got to get all the armor pieces for the arms and the shoulders and, you know, the legs and everything else, the pauldrons. I haven't gotten everything yet, but I've got the clothing part for the most part down. I've got the shirt, the hood and the cape and the gloves and all that stuff, and now the helmet. I just got to get the rest of that stuff, obviously. But as always, I will catch you on the next video. Peace.